Welcome back to episode 14 of the Sing Daily Show. On this show, we talk about whatever we want. By profession, I'm a creative director, a designer, and by heart, I am a super curious artist. Okay, let's just use that as a placeholder till I come up with something better. Let's kick things off with some tweets. First tweet. If you're not willing to pay for value, then the likelihood of you learning to value price is effectively zero. How you value yourself is how you value others. So if you don't value your time, you're not going to value other people's time as well. I don't know how many people need to hear this, but especially for creatives, independent freelancers, artists, it's very hard to see your own value and to value yourself how others value you. But it's so important to value yourself from a perspective of how you value your time. Because once you sort out that inner conflict of how you value yourself, you will not hesitate in asking for more money when you're working on freelance projects or gigs. It's very important to spend some time introspecting, self-reflecting, and honing in on how others value you, how you value yourself, and that relationship that you have with yourself and time. Because time is the one thing that we have a very finite source of. It's fleeting. Every moment just gone. Another way to look at this is that you have people in your circle of friends or family who will constantly be investing in themselves by taking courses or buying the best gadgets and tools to do the thing that they need to do. Those are the people that value themselves, but also see the value in what others are creating and doing. Great tweet, Mr. Blair ends. Let's pause right here. If you're enjoying this video, why don't you hit that like button and subscribe? Every time somebody hits that like button, a new baby kitten is born. If you're not a cat person, then it's a little puppy that's born. Let's wait to a count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you so much. Let's continue. Next tweet by Diageo Zambrano. By the way, Zambrano just subscribed to my YouTube channel. So did Krathar Chabra and Mohit Gulati and Stan Lee. Hello, new subscribers. I can't believe I was at like 97 subscribers for like 5 years. And by making these daily videos, my subscribers have gone up by like 20 in less than 2 weeks. I'm just amazed. I'm totally amazed. Okay. Next tweet by Zambrano. Real friends stick around when you're happy. Those who disappear are often the ones who feed on your misery. A byproduct of finding happiness is that you get many new friends. Happiness is contagious. It is what we all need. Do you want to be happy? Attach your ego to a higher purpose than yourself. One more layer I would add to this is that if you're working on something new, you're trying to go against the grain and start a company, a business, a YouTube channel, you'll notice that a lot of people around you that you would expect in your mind to be supporting you don't support you, but strangers support you. You're like, what is happening? All these strangers that I've never met or know are supporting me in this new path. It's because the people around you are still stuck where they are and you are moving forward. So it's hard for them to come to terms with you taking the steps, whereas they're still stuck in the same place. Or whatever you're pursuing is out of whack. You know, you could be wanting to become a porn star and people are having a hard time coping with this idea that our friend is wanting to become a porn star. Just putting that out there. Not all of this is black and white. There's a lot of nuance, a lot of complexity in that statement. Okay, next tweet. Competing with yourself is the ultimate positive sum game by Sahil. What I would add to this tweet is we often fall into the comparison trap. We look at the best version of other people and compare that to our worst or just everyday version. Somebody might be out of a job feeling depressed, but their social media looks like they're having the best time. And over here, you're kind of sitting there observing and being like, well, this person has an amazing life, but you have literally no idea. Think about Anthony Bourdain. He was traveling the world, a chef, eating at the best restaurants, was such a huge celebrity, but he committed suicide. So compete with yourself and don't worry about what others are doing. Next topic, let's talk about contrast. Contrast is everything. Allow me to explain. Black and white, sweet and salty, mild, spicy, big, small, cold, warm, day, night. In human beings, our eyes, our perception, our senses operate from contrast. Everything that we really enjoy comes from contrast. So if you're eating something, it's sweet and savory, it tastes delicious. If something is too sweet, it's not that good. But if you add the contrast, it becomes delicious. The richness and contrast of those flavors makes a dish appetizing. In graphic design and visual design, contrast in the typography and elements laid out on a page, it creates visual tension and interest, but also leads the eyes in a certain way on a page. To keep someone's attention while you're talking to them, you can oscillate between a sweet, gentle voice and then emphasize a point, but then just talk gently again. And I'm just talking to you very softly. But then I have this important point, but then I just want to talk to you about this soft part. By just creating that tension, that contrast, you can make literally anything interesting. Another way to think about contrast is the inversion mental model. When you're thinking one way, think about the exact opposite. So use the power of contrast in your thinking, in your day-to-day life to make everything much better. And also because your senses crave it. By the way, I just ordered this book, Never Split the Difference, which is a book on negotiations by Chris Voss. I'm going to be reading this book and I'll give you my review in a future video. Where's that other book? I also found this thesaurus sitting in the stairs. I think somebody didn't want it. They abandoned this book. It looked kind of cool to me, so I brought it up. Turned into this old person who picks up books when people leave them behind. Okay, we'll end the episode here. I will see you tomorrow.